Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to beat the Yatuga boss fight here in Berserker Kazan. Now, this boss fight is pretty tough, honestly, at first, but if once you learn the controls, how to parry and things like that, and get a feel for the game, I think this boss is actually going to be one of the easier bosses, and something you can actually kind of learn to train you a little bit better to get better at the combat. Now, one thing I do have to say before getting into the fight though is that if you find yourself to be really, really low leveled or just running out of stamina quickly, what you'll want to do is actually go back into the previous area you were in or continue farming the boss to earn XP, and eventually you should be able to level up some attribute points in order to make the fight a little bit easier that way. Now, beyond that though, there are a few tips and tricks I can give you guys on how to actually beat this boss because he does have some unblockable attacks. Now, for the most part, what you'll want to do is sort of just keep your distance from this boss and let him rush up on you. Now, what you will also notice is that there is going to be a purple bar underneath his health. Once this is completely drained out, you will be able to go in for a special attack, which will do massive, massive damage. So you don't want to miss out on that. But basically, all you'll have to do is keep your distance from him during this fight and let the boss attack you. Now, you'll notice that once that purple bar has emptied, you're going to have that little icon pop up where you can hit circle to execute the brutal attack. Now you'll notice what I'm doing to beat this boss is I'm just keeping my distance, letting him attack me. And the reason why is because after about 3 or 4 hits from the boss, he does usually just fall right on over. So what I did to make this boss fight easy is simply just wait for him to fall over, and that's when I would do most of my damage. Now you may also want to keep an eye out for this attack here, because this is actually his unblockable attack. This is why I like to keep my distance and always be blocking before the boss comes in, because it'll allow you to actually parry his attacks or block them. But there is one of his attacks which cannot be blocked. Instead, you actually have to dash over to the side every time this attack comes through. So you'll notice he gets a little bit back. He likes to kind of charge up, and then after that, he will leap forward directly at you. Now, the only way to dodge this is by pressing X, and if you hold down L1 before the boss comes in, it will make it a lot easier to actually go ahead and parry that or sidestep it. But from there, what you want to do is just simply wait for the boss to go and do his heavy attacks, because after his heavy attacks, he will begin to fall over. Now, after about halfway through the fight, there's also going to be a second phase to the fight. There's really not too much of a difference between what you need to do, though. Just keep it as far away from the boss as you can, block all of his attacks as he comes in, and only deal damage when he is in the state where he gets knocked over, and then just go back to blocking. That's probably the easiest way to get this one done. I would say as patient as you can, and just really try to keep your health high, because there are a few of attacks that are just completely unblockable and very, very easily missed. But if you stay patient, keep your distance, and allow the boss to stagger himself, this will become very, very easy for you. So hopefully that helps you out. I'll be making a ton more guides throughout the playthrough of this game. And honestly, so far, it's one of my favorite games I've ever played, even though I'm only an hour in. Which honestly sounds crazy, but it really does speak for how good the game really does seem to be so far. So hope this helps, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.